Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell. This week, we're finally kind of shifting our way into like that breeze pathway of drum corps move-ins and kind of building up into the drum corps season. So, what better to kind of dive into some drum corps show reveals? We got a lot of them revealed, and we got plenty to look over, and then also kind of touch on Bands of America rule changes because Mitchell kind of brought this to my attention the other day.
Yeah,
So,
something happened. So essentially, there are some bands, not trying to dog on them, but there are some bands who just happen to individually mic their top players, like when they don't need to be. Like
hmm,
when there are programs like, where you would never think that they would need to be mic'd, but they're mic'd and they play them through speakers. So essentially, it makes like the group sound like better.
mhm.
Well, BOA has kind of said no more to that. Um, so now we actually get to hear the true, if you're up to snuff or not.
Here's
Um,
here's the thing, and I will immediately jump into this, is it's okay to have your soloists
oh yeah,
mic'd.
no, no, no. And like if your band is like small as in like one player to a part, yeah, you can
That's
individually mic
different.
them. That's different.
But when you have a
Yeah.
band of the size of, say, Tarpon, Carmel, Avon, Broken Arrow, Blue Springs, you got big groups. You don't need to be miking players. If they're a soloist, they can have a mic on it, but don't have it turned on unless they're playing a solo.
No, essentially what the rule now changes is here. I'll just read it word for word.
Okay.
Amplifying individuals through a soundboard during 2D sections leads to an intentional misinterpretation of what is being performed by the total ensemble. This misrepresentation of acoustic quality by enhancing a few individuals is unacceptable. Soloists and featured ensembles may use microphones during their feature section but must be muted from amplification when not being featured. Where a participating band has a limited number of performers, example, one player to a part, the use of individual microphones is acceptable. So now, essentially, what it's saying is, yeah, like we said, you can't do that. And then, obviously, they also added the whole thing of you can't sample, pre record, or have sequence sounds of woodwind, brass, or percussion instruments. You have to have them
Hmm.
played in live time.
So Revolution
Um,
Remix would not have been okay.
nope.
Or at the start of the show. Bum 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 bum
No,
bum bum.
no, no, you would have gotten docked. You would have gotten docked. But
So does that
essentially,
include like any like percussion type stuff too?
I don't know.
Do
I
we
think
know?
so. I'm kind
Just
of
no
waiting to hear.
musical part like the,
I'll have to ask the director that I'm working with this summer when we're in fall when we're doing because we're doing some BOA shows this year. I might actually get a chance to watch Tarpon like up close and up close. Hopefully, maybe they come out to Eastern Tennessee with GRC.
maybe.
I hope. I know it's a iffy show because I've heard a lot of complaints. But here's to hoping they come out and because I would like to see them and there are people there I would like to see and talk to. Um, but I really think that this is good because I don't think it's fair that bands get credit for sure, okay, cool, you have some strong players. Woo,
Feature
cool.
them in a section.
If
Don't
you want to
mic them
feature
the whole show.
no, no, because that just hides so many different things and it's not fair.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
I think it's borderline cheating. I think it's
Well,
borderline
that's the
cheating.
thing. It's all all we gotta do, like, is just if you have really strong players, like say your trumpet section's really strong,
Yeah.
then have a trumpet feature. Don't mic every single individual unless it's on a prop and playing in front of a mic. That's different because it's a featured
Oh yeah,
section.
that's different.
But don't have three players in the section with a mic.
No, that's lame.
That's
That's stupid.
different.
I'll
But
say it.
then
That's
if you
stupid.
have one trumpet player that is really good, and say the woodwinds are, you know, playing their hearts out over there, really good woodwind section, and the trumpets aren't that great of a section, but there's two really great trumpet players, one on first and one on second. Don't mic those players, and that's what that rule got rid of.
Yes.
So I like that rule.
Oh, I
Makes a
100%
lot more
love it.
sense.
I eat it up. I'm here for it because there are some bands that I know that have directly competed with that have gotten, I don't want to say carried because that's not true, but
Hmm.
they've gotten a little boost from their top players being mic'd, and I don't like that. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Exactly. And that's something
And
visually, overall, as a visual guy,
oh, 100%.
is very, very top of the line. Is
Oh yeah.
I always say to the leadership and the vets is, listen, you need to be taking these younger people that are brand new and some of the vets that are still struggling from last season and get with them and help them.
Yeah.
Because sure, I love it when our visual score is high, but if our visual score is docked by a couple points, like my brain immediately goes to those weaker linked individuals. And I'm like, if we can all be top of our line, those
Yeah.
those docs wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
The ticks, they
Yeah.
wouldn't be there. And I have
Scrappy
no
tick.
problem with, and that's the thing is like I could have a star freshman, a star senior marching the same exact way, but when it comes to performance, one of them could blow up.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's about the mindset too. And this is kind of going into a whole nother conversation, but overall, like you were saying, doesn't matter if you're a freshman, eighth grader, if you get the march as an eighth grader, all the way up to your senior class, all of you need to be at that same level. If
You
I'm
should
a
all look the
judge,
same.
I should not be able to tell visually what grade you're in
Yeah.
or tell musically what grade you're in.
No. No. And I mean, this might lead to some people, some directors telling kids not to play, which, I mean,
It
it's all
happens all the time.
right, and that's
There were
okay.
parts
That's not like
like,
that's
oh,
not
trumpets, if
okay.
you can't hit the high notes later in the show, do not play or
Yeah,
play the other part.
yeah.
Like, so, or down the octave if like the part is down the octave, but then if you have too many people playing down the octave, it messes up everything.
No,
But
it screws
it,
everything up. But yeah,
yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying is like, if you,
no,
there are
yeah,
some parts that get watered down. Like you can have like, da 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 da, kind of like an RP1. But I don't think Ford did this off the top of my head, but it could be like one and
you play
two
the
and
skeleton.
three
Yeah,
and four and one, like, and you just don't throw the 16th notes in there.
no,
I know
and
licking heights.
that's
We do
fine.
that.
Oh,
We
that's
do
totally
that.
fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that's probably gonna. I think this whole no miking your best players, you're gonna be. I think
Changes
directors
the
are gonna
game.
think it. The directors are gonna think twice about. I don't even want to say think twice, but they're gonna think harder about saying, "Hey, we either have
I
them
wonder
have
what the
a
point
couple
doc
people not
is.
play." I want to know. I'm curious.
Like what the penalty point is. Like
I'll
how
have
much
to
it
ask.
is.
I'll have to ask who I'm working with.
Yeah,
I'll
because
have
who
to ask
knows? Like
directors.
maybe some group is like, you know what, we're still gonna do it, and they're willing to take doc. Like,
You know what? If there's a certain group that I'm thinking of, keep going. Keep
nah.
keep it rolling.
Yeah,
Come on,
keep it
keep doing it.
rolling.
You won't.
Carmel's going for another Kevin. So
Hey, all I'm saying, it's gonna be if we do it this year, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be extremely hard. But I've heard some rumblings about the show, and I'm very excited. I've heard what the
you're always
props are.
excited for Carmel
Okay, well,
shows.
I've heard what the props are, and the props are very cool, and we can talk about that later, but
Is
maybe
it a ship?
at some point. It is not a ship. I can confirm. It is not a ship,
It's Voyage to
unfortunately.
Valhalla 2.
Hey, you know what? Two Voyage to Valhalla 2? That's two shows, two dubs.
No.
I'll say it.
Um, but no, I think the rule overall will definitely help ensembles kind of get a better grasp of, listen, you're a team, you're not individuals. Yeah, sure,
No.
we have strong players, then feature those strong players in other
Yeah,
parts of the
feature the
show.
strong players. There's nothing wrong
But
with that.
don't soloistically mic them, though there's no solos.
Yes.
And sure, you can do it. And I'll say this: you have field mics. Sure, if you happen to write the stronger player in the drill next to the field mic, that's going to end up happening. That's going to be the solution.
That's the
People
whole
are going to do
thing.
that.
That I have an issue with that too.
Yeah, people are going
I
to
have an
alternate
issue
to
with that
that.
because
So you're
there are
going to see
some
a
groups there are some groups, and I swear I'm not attacking anyone, I swear, but there are some groups that just for the love of God, they have field mics then they don't need to.
Tarpon has them, but we kind of do need them when we're competing
There's one
against
group.
like.
There's one group I'm thinking of, and I know
I
you
know who you're
exactly
thinking
who.
of.
You know exactly who I'm thinking of, and
but
it's stupid.
like what I'm saying is like overall, that's what probably going to be what
I
they
hope
start
this is.
doing.
This
Is they're
will.
going to
I hope
start.
this will make things a little more even. I think this will help even the
Mhm.
playing field a little more.
Well, yeah, and again, there's always a way to go around it. Every rule has their way, and I
There's
guarantee you,
always a.
you'll start seeing the drill. The stronger people are going to go by the mics. You're going to start hearing the stronger part.
Woo!
But are they really willing to put the first trumpets really close to a mic on the
Are
field
you?
when
Yeah, let's think about
when you
that.
need the lower trumpet part as a priority part? You always go down to that lowest instrument, all the way down to those tubas, and get that nice in tune sound. So who knows?
Do I want to hear a 15-cent sharp high note on a trumpet? I
Or a
don't want
nice
to hear
in
it.
tune tuba note.
I would much rather hear the tuba note.
But
I would much rather.
okay.
But whatever. We can also. I mean, we can also. There's some interesting developments that we have with DCI and with BOA. I found out that we're going to ETSU recently from a band I'm teaching, and then we're also going to Columbus,
I
which is exciting. Looking forward to that. Should be fun.
probably can't go to your show, sorry.
Loser.
Guarantee you it's the same weekend of our Licking Heights like pageant
Hey, hey, hey,
where
hey,
we
hey.
host
I'll
bands.
just come I'll just come crash there overnight.
Oh, never mind. I don't live here. I live in Florida still. Okay, let's move on to the DCI show reveals. So all the way first band, first drum corps to announce. Of course, as Troopers all the way back in October.
You know what? I'm here for it.
Lasso the Sun. I am probably
I
most
love.
excited for this show.
Oh, that looks cool. I'm
I
very
think.
excited. I love Trooper shows. Last year, we still are a Troopers fan page.
Oh
We
yeah, well that's
still
what
are.
I think. This show has a lot that's going to go for it, especially coming out of a strong season last
And we're
year.
gonna have to think about placements and who isn't going to be at World Championships in terms of them being finalists for the first time in a while. And
And
now,
but throw Spirit back into the circle
oh,
too.
that's not who I was talking about. I was talking about SCV.
Oh yeah, well that too, but and that's the thing is technically with SCV not fielding this year, that kind of just fills Spirit of Atlanta into the hole. We lost one and gained one, so who's moving up?
I've heard things about
Colts
Blue
gonna
Knights.
stay?
I've heard Blue Knights is angry and ready to get back. I've heard Crossman's doing some stuff.
Well, I would hope so. We had our troops and Colts over here jumping on in, but who knows? Spirit could just throw a tussle, say, listen, we're back. We restructured our core, we're ready, and we want to show, what we can do.
I'll talk about my thoughts on that when we get to that.
Okay, so Troopers the Last of the Sun. I think it's gonna be a good year for them.
Yes.
Shadow Cascades
We also have
revival.
the Scades are back. So, um I know one of the pieces. They're playing Angels in the Architecture.
Thoughts?
Hmm.
You have no thoughts?
More as in I'm a little fussy about it
A little
because
fussy.
I am. I just that's a cadets tune. That's a cadets tune.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
cadets tune. You know dang well. You know dang well.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, Southwind looks cool. Cowboys of the Sky. That looks very cool.
That does look very cool. I wonder what the props would be.
We will see them at prelims.
So, I think that'll be a good year for them as well.
Yeah, we'll
They're
see.
the third quarter announce.
Yeah, something
Going on
like that.
to
Fun fact, they
Music
were
City.
actually Southwind actually used to be based in Lexington, Kentucky.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, they then they went bankrupt and had to shut down, and then they came back and were in like Alabama.
Now, Music City,
Music
violent
City's interesting.
delights, a rose in its thorns.
Well, see,
Also, they're officially straight leg, right?
they are straight leg. That's the thing. But at the same time, we lost another one to the bent leg. We
That
lost
they're not making
another one.
finals.
I just I've heard people say I've asked people at Blue Knights like, "Hey, how are you guys feeling about the bent leg?" They're like, "Oh, we feel great about it. Like it looks clean." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't
We'll
know.
see. We'll
Personally,
see. We'll see. Tour
oh, we'll
premiere,
see.
right?
We'll look at we'll look and see what your visual scores are."
I feel like I kind of already have the finals list.
Really?
I think it's everyone from last year minus SCV, and I think Spirit will make it in. Or Crossman or Spirit. One of
There
those
we
two.
go.
I feel
There.
like it will probably be Crossman, Spirit first out, Blue Knights underneath.
Well, I'll tell you
I
what.
don't
I do
think
like Blue Knight's show. I think Blue Knight's show is cool.
we'll talk about Blue Knights when we get to it. I just think we'll get to it then. But yeah, I think Music City show will be pretty cool.
But
And
the
going
thing
to straight
is,
leg. Oh,
Blue
well, look.
Knights. Ah, there it
Lights
is.
right here.
Blue Knights completely wiped their staff. They got rid of their music staff, which I did not like. I loved the ties, and Keith Ty is now over at Cavaliers as their brass caption head. And fun fact, he's a Carmel alum. Um, I yeah,
Side eye.
hey
Okay.
hey,
Blue Knights unharnessed on March 4th. So now we can talk about Blue Knights in
haha,
depth.
funny
So
funny, released on March
you
4th.
said,
Ha ha
yeah.
ha, funny.
Oh, you guys are so clever.
Oh
Here's my thing: is Blue Knights last year. I've always loved Blue Knights uniforms. You know
yes.
that.
Oh, I
I
loved the
think I
uniform
I think I
last year.
talked about that last year.
Oh, I loved
Is
it. That thing was
I
sick.
always love their uniforms, and their shows are usually like really, really cool. But last year was just so underwhelming for me to the point to where I already kind of had a feeling Troopers and Colts, or at least one of them was going to be out
Yeah.
Crossman or Blue
Oh,
Knights.
I did
But
too.
we got both. We got the double trouble.
I didn't think it was gonna be both. I thought Crossman was gonna squeak by.
I thought it was
But
going to, yeah, I thought Troopers was
looking
probably
back
going to
at
end
it,
up.
looking back at it, it was clear.
The
Like
shows weren't
looking,
even like comparable.
It was clear that Troopers and Colts were very much more deserving of it than Blue
Oh,
Knights and
yes.
Crossman.
But when the
That's
thing
just
is like
how it
Crossman,
was.
well, I not talk about Crossman. Did they reveal Crossman?
No, they have
No.
not.
Well,
Not that I know
so
of.
so here about Crossman is their show. They had a unique idea
Oh yeah,
with the
Mobius
switching
trip.
movements.
The
I
Mobius
just
trip.
think, yeah, I just think it was not performed to the level it could have been.
No,
I think they were
you're right.
thinking too outside of the box.
I love the
Like
uniforms.
it
The
was
uniforms are
really cool
fantastic. I
show
had no problem
idea.
with the uniforms. It was just
Uniforms
the
were
idea
good.
just didn't really play out the way they
Like
thought it would.
and like when they would randomly start with like a ballad, I couldn't.
No. Oh no,
Like when
no.
they
Did
would
they do that
like
in semis? If they did that in
I think
semis,
I don't
they better
remember when
not
they
have.
did, but whenever they did, I couldn't listen. It was like
No. It
no hate
was
cross. I love the show overall. I just think the movements, I feel like they would have been better served if they did something more in the drill, less in the show moving
yes.
around.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Because
I
think about
agree.
it, if we start in the same spot and we can end to the same spot,
Hmm.
then why can't we start the show and end the show in the same type of spot, but just keep the
Hmm.
show going in a format? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just kind of simpler. I think it
Yeah.
would have been more, and they could have focused more on the technique, more on the musical technique, and
Oh
less
yeah.
about where am I going on the field now? What
Yeah.
movements are we doing? And
Yeah.
less about that in rehearsal, too. Just that's kind of my ick on that show.
Yeah,
But
that's my thing about it. You
yeah,
know,
but
that's the
that's my
only
thing
thing.
is, and then Blue Knight show again, like love the uniforms. I just think compared to like say because like
Oh.
whoo,
Ooh.
completely different. And if Blue Knights can come back Though with the bent leg, and this is my thing, is I don't think the bent leg's going to serve them well this year after not making finals.
Oh no,
Usually it's
no.
always been Blue Stars and Blue Knights right there. Blue Knights dropped and Blue Stars went up. And it's like, it's not, they're not that duo anymore. It's just like, and I just think that, yeah, sure, they did like a staff wipe. Maybe they're going to prove me wrong. I think last year we said we didn't know how Boston Show was going to do. Did really well, and
We can talk about it again this year because
yeah, we'll get to that when we
I
get
have
to
my
it. But
thoughts.
I just think overall with Blue Knights is it's just I don't think it's going to be their year. I don't think they're going to make
Oh
finals.
no, I don't think so. I think they're going to be
I
first.
think it's going to be either Crossman or Spirit who make it in. Personally, I think
Jersey
Troopers
Surf.
and Colts will sit. Okay, what is Genesis?
Hey, Genesis is world class.
Genesis will make it.
Hey, you never
Okay,
know.
I don't know how I feel about this one.
This is cool.
You pronounce it
Symbiosis,
symbiosis. Okay, I don't want
I
to butcher
think.
it.
Either symbiosis. I don't know.
Huh.
I think it's cool. I think it's gonna be cool. Obviously there's gonna be a lot of electronics and it's gonna be very like tech oriented.
Yeah, kind of like an RP1 type thing.
Yes, which is fine. It's cool.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean,
see.
it would serve him well.
Yeah.
I got nothing bad or good to say. I mean, like, like, not like
Wait a
crazy.
second. Wait a sec. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I want to watch this trailer real quick. I want to watch this trailer. I want to watch it. I want to see what Impulse does with this. It's a Top Gun show.
Who could have guessed?
Yeah, they're playing I Ain't Worried. I love Top Gun, dude.
I wonder what their uniforms are going to
Woo, who knows?
be. I can only imagine.
Oh no, it's not like it's a flight suit.
Okay, the Academy.
I just had to because I love Top Gun. Like I loved Mason's Top Gun show in 21. That was so much fun.
Mm-hmm. The Academy. I
That's
love this
interesting.
design. I
Yeah.
love this design.
Oh, I do too.
I think it's gonna be a really cool show for them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
well, they were the Willy Wonka show last year, right? They do fun shows. I think this will serve them well. I think it'll be a good show for them. I'm excited to see it. I'm not declined to it.
No.
Guardians. I know the end. Presenting our
music?
10th anniversary program.
Oh, that's neat. Welcome to the
Radiohead, My Chemical Romance.
So it's a rock show.
Okay.
Neat.
Come on, Guardians. I think it'll be fun
Sparta.
for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're a nice open
Let me
class core.
see. Yeah, I think it'll be a good show for them. Again, some of these shows I'm kind of like indifferent about. I have nothing like out of the ordinary to say.
I don't
I'm just
really have
kind of like,
anything to say
we'll
about
see
it.
how it goes.
Yeah. Oh my god,
And
they're playing Charles Mingus. Oh my god, let's go.
so
That's hype.
Spartans, surreal. I kind of like the show art.
Yeah.
I mean,
do
it kind
too.
of speaks to the theme, so
Yeah.
not. I'm excited to see it. It's not like again, I'm not too crazy about it. It's not like
Circus
Troopers.
Reverses. Oh god. Interesting.
Oh God,
Send
Raiders.
Oh no. Oh
Trip to the
no.
Cir. Oh, Greatest Showman.
No,
Woohoo!
they're playing Send in the Clowns. That's SCV's core song. Hmm.
Oh,
I
canceled.
don't have a problem with SCV. I have a problem that Raiders is playing Send in the Clowns. It just doesn't seem right to me. Circus Reverses. That's kind of interesting though.
I think it'll be
That's
a
neat.
cool show.
That's neat. Earth on show greatest greatest show on it. That's funny. That's funny.
Earthbound show greatest.
They are
That's
playing the greatest
funny.
showman. Okay, I gotta talk about the Cavies because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna take a second and say, let's look at their staff. So you've got the music designer, you got the music writer, Richard Salcedo, who wrote like a lot of the Cavies like great, fantastic shows. Mike Gaines is back with the Cavies, who they have at brass caption head, Keith Ty, former Blue Knights caption head. Um, Consulting staff, Joni Perez, former director for the Woodlands, Tim Dean, former Castle director, and Michael
Uh,
Pote. Michael Pote.
They are stacked.
Yeah, I'm gonna say last year's show was very not my style and not for me.
Where are your finds? I think I said something to you about this that I think the Cavies are going to do pretty good this year.
Cabbies
I
will get
think,
they'll go up a couple spots.
yeah, I think their staff top notch. I think.
Oh, I do too. I think
I
they're gonna
hope
be
they
good.
go back to the green machine. They keep it
They have
basic.
the hat, they have the
Yeah,
Aussie coming back.
yeah. I hope it's just kind of keep it simple. You guys do really good shows when it's nice and simple. You don't change the uniform too much, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a good year for them overall. Like I think I said something to you a couple weeks ago. Like I think Cabbies are going to do pretty well, from especially when you told me Michael Pote's going to be there. So um,
And
they
Saucedo's
got a
writing the
nice team.
music. Saucedo, I love Saucedo books. I played in 4 books.
So Spirit of Atlanta, we got
Up,
downside up
down.
too,
Uh,
up down and all around.
oh God.
I
Okay,
want to see this.
it's interesting.
Gonna have slides. Downside up too.
All right.
I think it'll make finals if Blue Knights and Crossman don't bring their full game. But then again,
I choose my words carefully because I'm not trying to dog. I
I don't
don't.
think it's the show they should have came back with.
No,
I
no.
think they
I
could have
don't.
gone a little bigger.
I I think this is a lot of this is just completely out there, and this is very conceptual. And usually I like conceptual shows, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how I feel about this one. So I auditioned with them a little bit. I kind of flirted with the idea of marching with Spirit this year.
Are you glad you're not
I'm
with
not
this
gonna say
show?
that. I'm gonna say from what given that my I have my reasons for not marching this year. Um, just in terms of financially with what the bills were looking like for this core, and it just didn't really jive with me. I don't know. I just my one thing about this is I feel like it's going to be interesting. It's going to be cool, I think. I think it's going to be nice. Do I
Mm-hmm.
think it's finals worthy? We'll see.
If one of those cores really slip,
If someone really slips and Spirit really has it all clicking, sure, cool, good for them finally. But I will be a little upset.
I can see Crossman being that first one to get in, then Spirit, but I just don't see Blue
My
Knights
thing
making it.
about my thing about it is that if the judges didn't let Spirit make it into finals in 19 or 18, why are you going to let them in now?
True.
Don't get me
It
started.
will probably be Crossman.
No, the fact that Spirit didn't make finals in 19 over a questionable Phantom. I, I, I don't know, man. I thought Spirit was.
I
I thought
thought, I
it
mean,
was out.
before their little lockdown, I thought Spirit should have made finals.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
but I don't think they're gonna make it this year. I think they'll get close. I don't. I think they'll beat Blue Knights personally, but maybe
They're
coming into
just
if
trying to get.
SCV doesn't come back next year, I
Yeah.
could see a higher chance for next season.
Oh yeah. And I like
But
the staff. I didn't have a problem with the staff. I know some people on the staff, and I know some members of the core because I go to college with them, and I like them, and they're cool.
mhm,
We'll have to see what they do.
yeah, I think it'll be good overall. But then now cadets, I don't like it.
Really, I think
I
it's
don't like it.
interesting. I don't. It's not. I don't. I don't like it as much as I loved
I
Rear.
think this is what I told you is I think we were talking and I said I liked Cavi's show more than the cadets, and I think the Cavies are gonna do better than the cadets a lot this year. Personally.
I think
With
Cadet's going to be top 5 officially. I think that they are going to solidify themselves in top 5. I
I
think
don't
you're going to
know.
make a case. I think if you want to say Cabby's is top 5 as well, because think about it. Let's see. We've got Devils, Crown, Coats, Cadets, Cabby's.
Boston.
Oh, frick. Yeah, that's right. Um, it's,
It's gonna be either Cavies or cadets, unless Blue Stars slips up there.
we'll see.
Or
I'm,
unless Santa Clara Vanguard comes back all of a sudden.
I'm not screaming the praises like I was last year for the Cadet show.
I just don't.
I think it's interesting. It
It's an
intrigues me.
interesting show. It's an
It's
interesting show,
it's a mystery to me. I'll have to
but
see.
you're gonna need to perform a mysterious show top notch if you're gonna try and beat that Cavies staff line.
I
If
think
if
that
Cavies come bringing it this year, like really hard with that staff, with Saucedo and Pope, I think cadets are gonna be sixth.
I could see it.
And
We'll
I
see.
think
We'll see.
Cavies will slip into fifth. And who knows with the top four? I think top four this year is going to be a dark. I think because moving on into Boston, White Whale, like the show design, very interesting concept, but is it going to be top two worthy like it
No,
was last year?
I don't think so.
Unless there's something about the show we don't
I'm
see yet.
sure they've. I mean, they've obviously attracted better talent after last year.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Is it going to be a simpler show? Kind of, is it going to be kind of like on the side of SOS, leading with the
The
skill line from last year,
I think the performers are going to carry the show, not vice versa. I think the show is going to get carried by the performers, but
which
the
is not a bad thing
but the
because
thing
the
is,
performers are top notch.
yes, but you can only do so much with a mid show. And I'm not saying the White Whale show is mid. I'm just saying, like, for lack of better terms,
Mm-hmm.
you can only do so much with these design parameters.
Well, here's the thing: is last year I thought the same exact thing. Is I said, "Huh, I don't really know," and I guarantee you, if I wasn't in Boston 21 and I saw Zoom, I'd be like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then last year I said, "What the hell is this?" And then they did the standstill in Boston. I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel still. And then
I
when they
liked
first
it.
put it on, I was like, "Whoa, I really like it."
I
But
liked
this
it.
show, I guarantee you, it's doing the same thing. Boston's really good with that. Their show theme seems kind of blank, but then the show they bring to the table on the field really tells a story
We'll
and really
see.
brings it all together.
I have to. I'm gonna reserve my full judgment until I see it at least once.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, that's kind of how I am. Is like last
if
season,
it's gonna
I
be
need to see it on the field.
right, if it's gonna be like how it was last year, then cool, fantastic. And then some of the rep just seems a little cheesy.
But the
Wellerman,
Wellerman, I think again, Boston's really good at the storytelling shows. Think about it.
Yeah.
SOS,
Goliath.
Goliath. Last year's show, we
Compared
have
to
we
us.
have Zoom. I guarantee you, White Whale's going to be kind of a combination of all of the good things Boston does, trying to go for that medal this year to get first place. But I feel like I don't know if it'll be enough this year. So second, third. But again, I didn't think it was going to be enough last year. We got second place with the Blue Coats. So
You
I'll
got
take
cool.
anything. If
You
we
got
get first, hell yeah. But we'll see.
I don't think
We'll
so.
see you the first show. We'll talk then.
Yes.
Jersey Surf.
Jerf.
Express yourself.
Neon. I like that.
This should be a fun show.
Yeah.
Didn't Jersey Surf have the chair last year? Was that them?
No, that was Pacific Crest.
Crest. You guys did the chair show.
And I think they were like second out in 19 in Crest. Crest was like second out in 19. And we were all hyped for them last year, and then it just flopped.
Mandarin Cinnamon. I think this show is going to be kind of like that older, like what 2018 Mandarin type thing.
I was thinking 19.
18. Which one was the cloaks?
18.
18.
I'm thinking
what was 19 show again?
I forget the title. It was steampunk-ish.
Oh yeah, I could see it going either direction.
And I don't think let's watch the trailer for this because I do like the musical selections.
Sorry, not 18, 19. Yeah, you're right.
I like that. Wynton Marsalis, I like that. I like that. Love it.
Really good musical selections. See, but why I said 18 is the vibe of the show just kind of seems like that dark, mysterious 2018 type show.
I agree. I think it's going to be very drastically different from last year.
Most definitely not.
But the thing is, I
Neon.
will say at the end of last year, I liked the ballad and I liked the singer at the end. At the end of the show, like at the end of the summer, I was like, you know what? I'm vibing with this.
Their show last year was very, very.
The other side was interesting.
Different.
It was kind of there. There wasn't really much like, oh my god, this is like mind blowing. But
what place did they get last year again?
Ninth,
ninth?
8th? I don't know, something like that. All I know is that Phantom beat Cavies.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's okay. Kevin and I still talk about that just casually. We're just like, hey, remember Phantom beating Cavies?
Oh wait, yeah, who knows? Maybe Phantom's gonna be in top 5.
I don't know, man. I mean, Phantom got. I loved Phantom last year.
Speaking of Phantom,
their Phantom show is called Exogenesis. They released their rep. I can't find it right now. I know where it is. I just don't want to look up.
Yeah. I think Phantom, after a strong season last year, I think they're coming in with a lot of talent. So I think they'll have a good year as well.
Yes.
I have no complaints about the show.
No.
So I think it'll be fine. It's Phantom. We're getting some good old Phantom back.
I think it's gonna be like This New World, but better.
Uh-huh.
I think it's gonna be better. I think it's gonna be like 18, but better.
Yeah. Colombians face everything and rise.
Fear. Huh, that's neat.
You gotta see it in person. Yeah. Or like just on the field in general. I think it'll be a good show.
BDC.
Nothing bad to say.
Oh, that's neat.
Blue Devils see Bari. That's funny. That's gonna be a cute show.
yeah, that's for the little kids in open class getting their feet wet in the
BDB Fathers of Electricity.
That's something to do with Nikola Tesla.
Let's say, I would assume. Should be a nice show.
Yeah, up there. This is nope. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna
Oh,
talk about this. So
I hate
BD.
it.
Well, I'll tell you what. BD's playing something fun. They're playing Jotaro's theme from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I love what they're doing. No, like it actually goes hard. It actually goes hard. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna
Oh
make you listen to this.
man.
I'm gonna make you listen to it immediately after this. But
I think I've heard it before.
Jotaro's theme. They're playing JoJo's, which is freaking fantastic.
Is
Um,
that the is that the wait, sing it for me?
well, Tank. Well, they played an anime song last year from Cowboy Bebop, which was Tank, and I love Tank. Tank goes hard. Um,
Sing the Jotaro's theme.
uh, um, I don't. Why am I blanking on it right now?
It's not the one I'm thinking of, right?
I'm pulling it up on YouTube. You can hear that?
No. What is it?
What's the name of it?
Is it that thing? No, that's Jorno's theme, isn't it?
Yeah. Da, 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 da. That
Yeah.
Jorno theme.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'll listen to it later. My wife probably knows it. She likes JoJo.
Oh, JoJo's is hype. Um,
I don't like it. I have to
I
see it
don't
on the
like the theme.
field.
I don't like the theme, but I like the music.
Like what I hate it.
I don't like what they're doing because I
That
feel
doesn't look like a Blue Devil show. That looks like
Blue Coats.
no, not a Blue Coast show.
Not
That looks
even.
like
It
a
looks. I don't know.
I don't want to be
Cassidy.
mean. I don't want to be mean.
No.
It kind of looks like it would be like a Pacific Crest or like a Jersey Surf type show.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the vibe of the
Yeah.
logo, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like no hate. I'm not trying to be like a jerk. It's just it kind of just that doesn't seem like a Blue Devil show, you know what I mean?
No.
We usually have these nice big blue shows and like there's
Oh,
barely
I'm
any blue
for
on it.
those.
So I don't
I
know.
just.
Are they
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
not wearing blue this year?
If they don't wear blue, I'm gonna be mad. Um.
Third place.
No. And the
So
Scouts just revealed like a couple days ago.
yeah, and this is the most recent one and the last one
It's
we
a
have
rock
here.
show.
The
It's a rock show
Sound
for the band, the
Garden.
Soundgarden. Um, I've
Rock and
heard
roll.
rumors. I've heard rumors about that. Um, in terms of, I've heard rumors of the uniform for
Uh-oh.
Scouts.
Well, you can't say it. Can't say it.
No, no. I've
We're
heard little
not gonna
things.
spread rumors.
I've heard bits and pieces about the Crown show from just whatever.
Not talking about it. And also, what isn't Blue Coats revealing their show on July 1st live with Flow Marching or something like that?
Oh, is that what's happening?
I think so. I thought I saw something on the Flow Marching website about it.
I've also heard that they're taking. I've heard Blue Coats is kind of, in a way, going back to what made them famous in terms of jazz, but they're also
Downside Up 2?
but they're also adding that acid trip theme into their identity.
Oh. That's what they do. Here's the thing about Blue Coats is
Your
they
reaction
used to
just
just
sold
yeah,
it for me.
Blue Coats to debut show live exclusively on Flow Marching on July 1st.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, they're debuting the show on July 1st, so I don't know if they're gonna announce the show theme before then.
They're probably just gonna announce on first and just say, "Hey, this is our show now." Haha.
Well, don't they always wait last minute too?
They do. I
They
remember.
always do that. They're kind of like what Tarpon does. Like we wait until like our first competition.
Remember when we looked at it first time last year when they immediately announced? And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be, yeah,
Oh.
this is gonna be meh."
Well, again, they kind of do what Tarpon does. Like right before the first competition, they announce like the day of.
I'll say, I don't like the direction design staff is taking. I don't
Well,
like what the design staff is doing. That's just my personal gripe.
Here's the thing: is that I was saying it, and then I got sidetracked. Was with Blue Coats, they had like 2015, 2014. You have the Blue Coats. You got we'll call it the Blue Machine. You got your blue uniform, you got the blue coat, you got the nice helmet, you got it going on. 2016, Downside Up changes everything. Sequence, white uniforms, the blue sequence going down it,
No problems with it.
yellow color guard. Awesome show. Very like nothing too, acid trippy just yet. It's great. Then we go down from first place to fifth place with Jagged Line. Jagged Line kind of
I
staying to
love
that
Jack
kind of
Line.
jazzy theme and
I
kind of
love
gets that like, that upbeat type of show.
groovy. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, not it kind of deserved fifth place because there was a lot of great shows in 2017. So
Metamorph.
you can't, but yeah, Metamorph. You had
Metamorph just said, "I'm here. Give me my trophy already." First day of the
yeah,
season.
and then you got 2018 session 44, still jazzy,
I
kind of
love
sticking
it.
to that. It's taking that like
That's a hell of a
jazzy
show.
feel, the
Yeah,
costume design
I
from
love the
Downside
ballad.
Up and Jagged Line. So
That ballad.
session 44, great. Then we lead into 2019, staying to the jazz and but then kind of going into the Beatles type stuff and really switching it from jazz into the Beatles stuff.
To the acid trip.
Yeah. Well, not even the acid trip yet. No, no, not just
Oh,
yet.
then we hit
And
21,
then we hit 21,
which was,
where the
can I say
part
mid?
two,
Can I just say
same,
mid?
yeah, same
Mid.
show, and it's shifting in color kind of more towards the acid trip. And then you have that same color scheme go to 2022, which is Riffs and Revelations. That's their
Car
whole
over.
cycle. They went from blue to black and white, or blue to blue and white, black and white, purple and green in
Mid.
session
Mid.
44,
Oh, not that. No,
and
no, no.
then back to the blue, and then like pink, yellow, orange. With what were their uniforms in 21? Weren't they?
They were
No,
black and
that
white.
show was, yeah, they were black and white. Sorry, not. I was taking the colors from the blue coats in 28 or 19, how they shifted into the like the pink and like orange and yellow at the end.
The
That
trippy.
got thrown to 22.
That got
So
trippy.
yeah, and then you go to
And then you
21
get
where
the
they're kind
vomit
of the black and
uniform.
white again. Yeah.
I
So
just, I don't like what they're doing. I just don't think that it's them. It's doesn't need to be them.
their shows are
They
crowd
trying,
pleaser shows. That's the
but
thing.
even then, it wasn't. I don't understand.
Since their win in 2016, it's all been
I'll
about the
tell you
crowd
what.
and
I'll
general
tell you what.
effect.
Hot take. The only
Oh
reason
no.
the crowd was into it last year was because the guitar. That's
Well,
what got them into it.
probably.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
wrong. That's the only reason why I was interested in it.
I mean, yeah, that kind of got me interested in it. When we saw them at Mason
Oh, dude.
live, I was like, okay, I'll go get a t-shirt,
Okay, I'll
like
vibe with it.
whatever.
I'll vibe with this one movement where the guitar is. That's it. And then their ballad, meh. Their opener, ugh. I just don't like it. I just did not like that show. It just did not stick with me. I have no, I really can't say much about it. And then that when they won Best Perk, oh
It all changed after
buddy,
the drum major Sam left.
oh
It all
but
changed
don't get
after
me
session
started on
44.
Perk. Don't get me started on Best Perk. I'll say it. I
Like,
feel like this is a safe space. I don't believe they should have won Best Perk. I think that was Boston or BD. I don't
I
think
think it was
it should have been.
Boston. Boston's drum line last year was just
I think BD.
more.
I think Blug. I think the coats got carried by their pit.
Their pit's really good.
Oh, their pit's good. I'm not saying that. And
I'd say
obviously,
their pit's probably like
and
their best
when I say their
section.
pit, when I say they get carried by their pit, I'm not saying their drum line's bad because their drum line's not bad.
But
But
they did not deserve best drum line.
no,
Maybe second.
maybe second. And
Like to either Coates or not Coates, fucking Boston or Devils. Like,
yeah.
but like
Okay,
Boston
my
last year,
one
their drum
comment about
line
Devil's Snare
was,
Line, the one negative I will have with Devil's Snare Line is that they were young, and you know what? Their book
but
was a
that
little
just
watered
means it's
down.
going to be better this year.
Oh yeah, exactly. And with SCV not in the running for Perk, shoot.
Were they really even in the running last year?
Well, no, but Paul Rennick is Paul
What was
Rennick.
their show last year?
Nirvana mid. Peace.
Oh my god, I
Fun,
forgot about
boring, snooze fest.
that.
But I'll tell you what. Where did Didn't they win? They won Perk in 19. Um,
Oh yeah,
and,
that
you
was
know,
Vox Versio, wasn't it?
yes, yeah, that was Mid. Oh God, Ghostlight was so much better than that. Um, but you know, all those SCV kids, where did they go? Take a random flipping.
Blue Knights.
No, bozo.
They went to
No,
Blue Knights
no, you
to get the bent
bozo.
leg marching.
No, you bozo. Take another guess.
Blue Devils.
Yeah,
Because it's the same state.
it's the same exact state.
Right down the road.
Yep. And you have Scott Johnson. So you are
Jojo.
you are literally just set up.
So yeah, if he does not get
Set
best
up.
perk this year,
Something's up. I'll say it. You know, unless someone comes out and just completely wows me, because I don't think cadets will get it because I don't like how they fired Tom Ungst. That is my one comment. That is my one negative about that core. That I don't like how they fired Tom Ungst. I don't know exactly what happened with that, but if they themselves fired Tom Ungst, then I don't know. I don't like that because Tom Ungst is Tom Ungst, and now he's sitting with Music City.
Yep. But listen, we're gonna dive a lot more into this stuff next week. Because
Oh yeah,
next week we're gonna have kind of like an open mic and just kind of talk about music in general. Probably a lot of drum corps because we're building up for that season. A lot of debates, kind of like 2018 with like Babylon and
mid.
whatever that trash show Devils
Hey,
did
Jason
was.
Nahux is fired.
And
The moonwalk, and that ballad. Oh
we'll
my
debate a lot of
god.
that next
Oh
week.
my god. That close.
But I think that's
God.
about it. That's all the show reveals we got. If next week we have another one, we'll dive into it too. We'll kind of open that can of worms, see if anyone else revealed, which I assume maybe like one other person will, but
I'm sure
maybe
so.
not. But we
They
got
would
all kind of
Colts
most of
to
the
soon.
what Colts hasn't, Blue Stars hasn't, Blue
No,
Coats
Blue Stars
hasn't.
doesn't do that for a while.
Yeah. So I mean we'll
Coach
probably
is
have
just
a
doing the coach thing.
I think
Crown hasn't revealed.
Crown too, yeah. Still waiting on Crown. I think Crown will
We're
be
still
good
waiting
this
on
year, but
Crossman.
Crossman too, yeah. So hopefully we get one of them within the next week. But besides for that, next week join us with the open mic and we'll kind of hot take it up and debate about some drum corps shows. Maybe have a special guest, maybe not. We'll see. But besides for that, thanks for tuning in. And follow everything on the website, follow the social medias. But yeah, catch y'all next week. Peace out.